Hi, I'm Rodney from the Leading Edge Parts Department. I'm here today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some common wear areas and wear parts for your high-speed planting row units. We're going to start here right at the top. When you open this up, some of the things you really want to look at are going to be your knockout wheels. You want to make sure that nothing's too wore in there and that it fully engages on this seed disc. And then you want to take a look at your vacuum seal also and make sure there's no rips or tears so you get a really good vacuum in there so you keep up your singulation and everything. So on your seed bowls, you're going to want to look for wear along the edges here, and normal wear and kind of grooving is fine as long as it's not getting into where the seed themselves ride. On the inside here, you're going to look at your ceramic wear strips. There's a little dimple on the bottom, and as long as you can still see that dimple, you are okay. Your double eliminators here, the one on the inside and the one on the outside, both have measurements, and if they're below those, you really need to replace them. Your wear strip down here, this one's set up for corn. It has the little knobs. If one or two missing in here is not a big deal, but when you start getting multiples in the same area, you're really going to start having issues, so you want to replace that, or if they start to peel up on the sides. All right, now we're going to take a look at the brush belt cartridge. A lot of moving parts in here that you're really going to want to take a look at. We'll go ahead and get it opened up here. This is a new one, so there's no belt in here currently. But the first thing you want to really start looking at, which will be more obvious, is your belt. If the back starts to separate, it really needs to be replaced. Some of the bristles, if they're kind of bent out of shape, that's not a big deal. If they're starting to wear in a pattern where you're starting to have problems, where it's wore down on one side, you're going to want to replace it then. That's it for the brush belt. Inside the cartridge itself, you have your pulley up here on top that's connected to your gearbox. You want to make sure that that spins freely and doesn't catch anywhere. There is a pulley down here on the bottom. You want to make sure that also spins freely. And then your brush belt kind of scraper, that it's this wire here that pokes out. It will wear, and it's made there to reset your brushes to where they need to be. It helps get rid of some of the dirt and debris that sits on the brush. When that stops contacting the brush is when you really need to replace that. Otherwise, there's some wear strips in here that you don't see a ton of replacement with. But if you start to get a groove in here that's going into the housing, you're really going to want to get that replaced. And then the last thing is your seed count. This one's brand new. It's very nice and clean. If you start getting a lot of dirt buildup on these, you need to clean them off, or else your seed count gets off. These screens can also crack. If they're cracked, you just need to replace it. And that was kind of the walkthrough on your common wear areas and wear parts for your ExactEmerge high-speed planters. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at Leading Edge Equipment in any of our parts departments.